rising Venus sign. It's soulmate contract time. Ooh, that rhymed. Ooh, 3 in a row. Hi. Welcome to your happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying, romantic soulmate contract read. Timeless, but doing this at the end of June, beginning of July this week, 2021. Whenever you watch it is when you are supposed to see it. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Trying the Circle Productions, the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Hi. So happy to be doing these reads. I actually recorded a video yesterday, a preface to these readings, so I don't have to explain my definition of soulmate, because yeah, it's all in there. It is literally the first link, like before talking about this reading, right? Description box and what I usually put at the top. No. There's it's like a little under 13 minutes. You might want to check that out, because your definition of soulmate might be a little different than mine. Suffice to say, soulmate contracts, pre-incarnational agreements with other souls. You have thousands of them in every lifetime. They're not all romantic sexual, but these reads are about those. And you help each other heal through quantum entanglement, whether you have met each other or not, whether you even know each other's names or not. It's just scripted, it's just written, and you help each other heal, different than twin flame. There are so many links in the description box talking about the difference between the two in the new definition according to Matt Kahn, spiritual teacher. Khan, Kubla, Genghis, Madeline, Chaka, Matt, right? Because I feel for you. I feel for you. Just ridiculous, but I'm in a really good mood. I love these reads. So we're going to do the spread that my Pantheons of the Divine showed me to do. Pretty simple. I think it's about 19 cards. I don't think I'm doing extendeds for these unless the Divine wants me to, and if that's the case, there will be a link in the description box for Vimeo.com. Otherwise, all I can ask from anybody watching any of my videos or these readings is both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I will do the same to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that I can from my Pantheons of the Divine to you through these divinatory systems, as well as my own mystical practice, because they just talk through me sometimes, and that's how it is. So yeah, it's a general read, and I've said it before, I will say it again, I don't understand why anybody would thumb down anybody's YouTube reading, right? Doesn't happen a lot to me on my channel. It just means one of two things. It means either number one, it's not your reading and you don't like it, or it is your reading and you don't like what you see. So everybody grow up, because it doesn't happen a lot on my channel, but I'm watching other brilliant readers. I'm like, why are they getting thumbs down for this? It's just not the person's reading, right? Whatever. So that's about it. All the decks that I read are always in the bottom of the description box. We're ending this puppy with the Blessed Bee deck that I just simply adore. Other than that, let's do this. Please take a nice deep breath. Yeah, I was up at 7 a.m. to get ready for this. So I can feel the guides and the masters coming in. So let's do this. We're going to start with the Caroline Myss archetype deck. Let's do this. My collective pantheons of angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, and the higher selves of all involved. Please, I need 3 cards in clarity for the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and their happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract. So as to avoid the confusion of divine masculine and divine feminine, please let the first card be the 8th chakra dynamic of the Aries collective watching this video, receiving this reading in their soulmate contracts, that 8th chakra archetypal soul power that they are healing within themselves and helping them heal their happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract. What's going contract partner? What's going on in their 8th chakra? And for the state of the contract, 3rd card. What is the state of the contract between these two Aries? Well, one of them is an Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign of cross-watcher, and it may flip-flop. We understand it may flip-flop. They're going to have to figure that out as they go, particularly if cross-watching is going on. So what is the dominant 8th chakra archetype for the contract itself? In this happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract, let's get down to business. Now, you already know what these are because they are in the title. Wow, and they're all, well, here's the thing about archetypes. I mean, I read pretty much everything Carolyn Myss, MYSS, it's her deck, the archetype cards. And she will tell you in Sacred Contracts, or in so many other videos and lectures that she's done on the subject, on archetypal dynamics in general, that no matter what it sounds like, if it sounds good, it sounds bad, it's neutral, right? It's a sliding scale of lead to gold. So in a soulmate contract, you're helping each other heal things through quantum entanglement. It's just how it's written. Before you were even born, this was going on. So we're going to look at you, my Aries, the shadow attribute of the Messiah archetype. We got the Messiah, the Virgin, and the Pioneer. Oh, wow. I mean, this is a divine family archetype, a feminine family archetype, and a creative family archetype. So there's definitely new ground being broken here. But the shadow attribute of the Messiah, exaggerated belief that you are the only means through which a cause can succeed. I've worked with people like that, but I don't have that. I will surrender that shit over to the divine so fast. It's like, you show me, I have no idea. I alone do nothing, but with the gods all things are possible. The light attribute, serving humanity with humility. Now I'm going to say humility is a big word for me. People accuse me of being arrogant. No, I'm just confident, darling. There's a difference. Because I walk with the shield of humility. The grace of humility is the first grace I talk about in my book, Words of Grace, now on Kindle. Come on, it's $9.99 USD, less than a pack of cigarettes. Read it, you'll get it. You'll get what I'm talking about here. Humility is knowing that you don't know, right? It is real innocence. It is allowing the divine to work through you and say, I have no idea, but may it serve, right? So if this is you, my Aries, there really is that thing of the Messiah. You got to look at that shadow that says, well, if I don't do it, it's not going to get done. No, right? Soulmates. The soul is raw. It respects, it acknowledges, and it welcomes. The ego is at war. It worries, anticipates, and regrets. So that anticipation, well, if I don't do it, it's going to get done. You want to bring in your soulmate? You gotta come from the soul, and it's a journey, right? It's what I call the path of true love. That's what my true love reads are about you, singular. But now, this involves the person you're dealing with, the Virgin archetype. Now, I have a touch of the Virgin archetype. I'm a Virgo. But not in the ways people think. They hear the word virgin and immediately think, ain't nobody getting laid. And that's not what this means. The shadow attribute, though, fear of intimate union, that could certainly make someone a life. The 40-year-old virgin, he's so cute. The world is filled with straight married men. It's a bad affirmation. Whatever. So, that absolutely, if someone's afraid of getting hurt, and it feels like there's a good chunk of that in here, but the light attribute, maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. Symbolic purity. And here's how I have the Virgin archetype. You can have an archetype, a reason, a season, or a lifetime, right? 3 levels of power. But 2 things in particular I can think of. Number 1, either singing or choreography that is done badly. I just want to pass out. Oh my God. People are like, let's go to karaoke. I'm like, let's drive rusty nails into my eyes, right? No thanks. Hard, swipe left. Right? Not interested. But also the other, if there is a stick of butter on the table and there are cuts in it, no. And I'm 1/4 Sicilian. So it's like, you shkiva me? I'm like, I shkiva that butter because I don't know where it's been, right? So that Virgin, that symbolic purity, but that doesn't mean I don't get my stuff touched when it's time to. This contract right now, the state of the contract is the Pioneer, the shadow attribute, a compulsive need to keep moving on. And that's for both of you. Feels like you both are like, let's just move on. No, compulsive need is the thing. It's a control mechanism. It can do with addictions, whatever. It's very 3rd chakra. Now, soulmates are usually governed by the 2nd sacrum. One-on-one umbilical energy, honor one another is the sacred truth. And the heart chakra, which is personal level of power, love is divine power. So the 2nd chakra and the throat chakra, however, are the 2 addiction centers where compulsion. The deadly sin of greed in the 2nd chakra and the deadly sin of gluttony in the throat chakra. This is all in my book, by the way. And you can also find it in Defy Gravity by Carolyn Myss. She saved my life. That's why I don't want to meet her. I'll end up working for her. I'd rather work with her, right? I'm autonomous. You know what I mean, Aries. So the light attribute here, though, passion for doing and creating what has never been done before. Now, that's a really interesting and obvious balance, right? It's like, Well, let's just keep moving on, right? Fear of loss, fear of abuse, fear of codependency, fear of neglect, right? All of those ego wounds that we carry with us that have to be addressed. And it feels like that's what's being healed between the two of you here, but it's 8th chakra. How is it going to incarnate? And, you know, incarnate means bring into meat, essentially, right? Like carnivore, carne asada, right? How are you guys going to bring that down? Now, this is a general read. So you take this as it ring-a-ding-dings in your chakra system. We're going to do Daughters of the Moon Tarot, Heart, Throat, Third Eye, Crown dynamic for the 3. Please take a nice deep breath. Yeah, here we go. Oh boy, my goddesses, fire. And the sign of Aries, really harmonia. Goddess of marital discord, accord, good God. Goddess of marital accord, Harmonia, the daughter of Aries and Aphrodite. Please, I need 3 cards for this Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, watching this video, receiving this reading in their happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, timeless, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract. The one we're designating as Aries for this reading, though it may flip around for whoever's watching, is the Messiah. What have they got going on there in their heart, throat, third eye, crown? For the Virgin, I wonder if they can't drive. Touched for the very first time today. Please, what do you got? Heart, throat, third eye, crown. God, my God, so a sense of humor. For that Virgo and the collective between the two of them, right? What's going on in the heart, throat, third eye, crown state of the contract? Please, no, keep going. That's the one. I felt it poke my hand. Let's see. Oh, this reading is like every other soulmate reading on planet Earth, it seems. Oh my goodness gracious. You've got the Messiah with the High Priestess. So yeah, you're doing the spiritual work. You're coming into alignment. Now, your intuition. There are 3 levels of intuition. Lower 3 chakras, survival intuition, heart, throat, third eye, crown, which is what this is referring to, is your creative intuition. You got a creative archetype here. And the 8th chakra is the visionary. So if you can really get up into this Messiah 8th chakra and get that, I just want to serve. I don't know how. Grant me the maiden grace of humility to know that I do not know, but I am willing to be shown words of grace on Kindle. So that this literally channels down through you. Now, I will tell you, the High Priestess, I was a High Priest for decades. Never again. Like, yes, I still wear my degree cords because they're my degree cords. They have my vows to my gods on them. And I've been enjoying wearing them during readings, to be totally honest with you, because this is a part of me. This is who I am as a Pisces moon, Virgo sun, Pisces moon, Leo rising, Venus and Libra, like you care. Maybe you do. So even though I don't know that I'm in this reading, I'm not in Aries. I have Saturn in Aries retrograde. Good God, help me. So this really is about being a channel of the divine. Yes, intuition and secrets and hidden knowledge, blah, blah, blah. That's great. But come on, with the Messiah, you're fulfilling your role in this contract no matter what it looks like on the outside. And the next deck, we'll see what it looks like on the outside. Because the Virgin, touched for the very first time, but maybe not today, has the card of oppression, half of the Devil card in the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. Really held down, it feels like, by tribal dictate, like whether it's their genetic family or, you know, their political affiliation, whatever that is, their friends, their family. This woman is buried under rocks, but the rocks have people's faces on them, right? So it's very much about being oppressed by other people, but it's heart, throat, third eye, crown dynamic. So we're talking about the psychological world, emotional power, willpower, mental power, spiritual power. Big conflict there, lots of fears going on there. And there's a coyote. I know you can't really see it unless you're familiar with the deck. In the center of the card, there is a coyote howling. And yes, the village is on fire. That's why when you hear me say, don't burn down the village, it's because of this card. And there are ways out, right? The coyote is actually kind of heralding the way out. But what do we know about coyotes? It's trickster vibe. The coyote woman is the other half of this card in the deck. So yeah, they're scared. They're scared of getting hurt. They're scared of what others will think. The fear of humiliation, the first of the 3 controlling fears. The fear of humiliation, the fear of chaos, and the fear of the divine. And what you got going on in the state of the contract? the Pioneer with the Five of Pentacles. Now, Five of Pentacles in this deck is not being left out in the cold, particularly Heart, Third Eye, Crown, although you might both be feeling that individually if you don't know each other. And certainly then there is a block going on here, but it's the earthquake. Earthquakes last seconds, really. A 60-second earthquake, depending on Richter scale. The Richter scale? Who's the Richter? That comment if you know who the Richter is. Is that Rick Springfield? You know, Jesse is a friend. Yeah, I know, a real good friend of mine. John Zedamos. This is huge. This is a big change in this contract, in the Heart, Third Eye, Crown of the contract itself at this moment. So seconds, but depending on Richter scale, can be completely devastating and lethal, right? So it depends on how intense this is, and it feels like the compulsive need to keep moving on is definitely a potential here. If there is really that feeling of being left out in the cold, impoverished is the word they just gave me, but more it feels like you're both shook, right? That they're telling me to look at the light attribute, passion for doing and creating what has never been done before. And I feel like the Aries Messiah with the High Priestess is like, okay, I don't know how, but show me, I'll do my best, right? That's all it takes for real humility in this world, and its opposite is hubris. Pride goeth before the fall, and it feels like they're getting ready for a fall. It feels like these stones are going to be shaken off of them if it's not happening right now, of course, at the time of this recording or whenever you are watching this. So look, you got two major arcana cards, one for you, one for them, and something being shook in the psychological dynamic here. What's this look like from the outside looking in? Yeah, let's keep it for that, you know, because I say from the outside looking in, or sometimes it's from your eyes looking out at something in the physical, but let's not look through their eyes, right? Let's just see what this looks like from the outside looking in. I don't know if I'll do that for every reading, but that's what they're telling me. Please take a nice deep breath. As I call upon my gods of fire and the sign of Aries, Hephaestus and Pan, please. 3 cards in clarity for the Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign in this happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract. Timeless whenever they are watching it, between this Messiah and this Virgin in this pioneer state of the contract. Read, what does this look like on the outside, please? The Messiah in the 8th chakra, Priestess, Heart, Third Eye, Crown. What is the root, sacrum, solar plexus dynamic dealing with the literal physical world for this Virgin archetype? All right, we got the Virgin in the 8th chakra. We've got oppression, the devil, Heart, Third Eye, Crown. There could be codependent patterns going on there, but it feels like codependent patterns like from family or tribe, that if I am authentic, if I do this, they're gonna hate me. Almost like somebody coming out of the closet, but gay, bi, straight, LBGTQIA. Yeah, I just don't want to get canceled for forgetting an initial anymore. Not that I ever have. But something like that. Like they're really, really, really afraid, and there's that virgin purity inside, like really trying to download. It's going to have a hard time getting through that. So what does that look like? Root, sacrum, solar plexus for them, and of course, state of the contract. We've got sort of like the oil test, right? The litmus test where it is right now. Not pass-fail, but where it is on the scale. This pioneer in the 8th chakra with the 5 of Pentacles, Heart, Third Eye, Crown. What's going on in the physical? Don't you just want to know? I do. Oh. Well. Okay. So, this is interesting. And I'll tell you why. The Messiah for you, Aries, with the Priestess with the Ace of Swords, you're gonna speak truth. Either the truth is coming towards you, or you're gonna speak the truth on this, the Ace of Swords, because you are downloading new thought. Particularly with that pioneer archetype, creating what's never been done before. Well, this can be very scary. right? What does the ego do? It worries, anticipates, and regrets, right? Oh, I shouldn't have said that prayer. Now I know that, right? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Well, if I do this, I won't get hurt. And if I don't say anything, it's like, that's not humility. That's not humility at all. Certainly not with the Messiah archetype. But it's either that or communication, a truth is coming to you, but it is a seed truth. That may open up, it does make sense with that earthquake. Things are shaking up and shaking out here. So, let's put that one up there. And because here's what I find interesting. Whoever this is on this side, right? They got the Virgin in the 8th, oppression, heart, third eye crown, and the King of Wands, the Aries card. Now, this is Daughters of the Moon. This is Mythic Tarot. I learned how to read court cards from Juliet Sharman Burke in this deck, in her workbook, not the book that came with it. She put out another workbook. I still have it. Yeah, Cardinal Fire. So this is your energy. And again, roles might be reversed. It's totally possible. But what I get here is that either, like, you are in front of them, like you are in their physical space in some way, shape, or form. And I don't get that, you know, Page of Swords vibe, that necessarily they're scoping and probing. I love that term from the 80s. But there's definitely initiatory energy here. Now, it could be that they are getting ready to deliver that Ace of Swords, the goddess Athena, bringing in a wise word, some sort of truth coming in that has to do with you. It's almost like it's not just you are, you know what, here it is. Because it's a soulmate contract, you guys are going to come together. The world needs as many soulmate. Watch some of the links below, particularly the one I talk about Twin Flames, True Love, and Planetary Ascension, or whatever, Planetary Healing. The infusion of love here. This is the alchemy they need to do, and they cannot get you out of their energy field. They're seeing you everywhere. So, you know, if you're big on social media, if you're a YouTuber, if you're, you know, an influencer, if you're a celebrity, or maybe just people like you, they really, really like you, like Sally in a field, then, you know, this is triggering a lot of fear in them. And I'm telling you, the fear has nothing to do with you. I'm telling you right now, the fear that goes on in soulmate contracts is so rarely about the soulmate partner, but they are helping you heal. Sure, they'll trigger you, but it's your trigger, you know? And here's why, the Pioneer, state of the contract, earthquake, well, what shakes it up is a Page of Cups, a message of love. A message of love. That could be intuitive, that could be psychic, but I'm going to tell you, the vibe on this is somebody busts a move. Somebody offers a cup of love, but it's immature. Now, immature does not mean childish necessarily. It can, but it means it's in its infant stages, right? It will grow, and it's a message. So I gotta say, with that Ace of Swords on this side for the Aries, and this King of Wands, the Aries card for whoever the partner is, terrified inside of themselves, but really afraid of what other people might think or say or do. I mean, who knows why, you know, that we're not going to go into here. But if you want to go deeper on this, you book me and tell me which reading. I will watch the video, lay out the cards, and go in. Yeah, because I'm $100 an hour. Been doing this since I'm 21. I'm 52. Yes, I know, I don't look it. Thank you. Keep shining. Keep shining. Let's keep going. Let's get some whispers of love here. Whispers of love, Oracle, the voices of the higher selves of all included, like everyone around here, maybe even whoever those people are in that oppression card, right? Because they're just playing a role in a soulmate drama, right? They're necessary for this person's alchemy. They're bringing up their lead, right? Because love conquers all, but if you don't play along, how can it, right? If you deny it, which is just delaying the inevitable, because these have to come together. Please take a nice deep breath. They have to come together for the healing of humanity and the planet. Thank you very much, right? It's not all about us getting our stuff touched. It's a nice, well, hopefully considerable perk. Breathe. All right, higher selves of all involved. Fifth dimension above 8th chakra, and above what you got for the Aries collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, the messages of information, inspiration, and insight that you have for them in this happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract. Timeless whenever they watch it. We've got this Aries over here with the Messiah in the 8th, High Priestess, Heart, Third Eye Crown, Ace of Swords, Athena, root site from solar plexus. What's their whisper of love? I want to see. Oh, okay. For their partner, this Virgin in the 8th. You're a Virgin in the 8th chakra and you can't drive. It's harsh. With oppression, the devil, Heart, Third Eye Crown, but with the Aries energy, very strong. I mean, unless this is the Aries, and then they have to figure that out. What do you got? Higher selves for them and state of the contract. Pioneer in the 8th, 5 of Pentacles, Heart, Third Eye Crown, Page of Cups, which is really, I can't tell if it's the earthquake that makes the cup to be presented or delivered, or it's the cup that's delivered that triggers off the earthquake, and possibly that'll play thatself out. If you could clarify that, that would be lovely for my Aries watching this video, receiving this reading. Oh, wow. If I could put all of this in the title, everyone would watch this. Well, Aries got the Messiah with the High Priestess, Ace of Swords, and focus on love. Look for the good attributes in each and every person in your life. And isn't that just what the Messiah does? How else are you gonna serve humanity with humility if they're all see you next Tuesdays, right? If they're all just like, oh, fafangul, all right? I hate humanity. It's okay to feel that every now and again. That's your personal alchemy. That's conditioning and whatnot. Maybe an empathic absorption from the outside world. Like, that's not going on right now in the world. But to focus on love. Now, there's so many different ways to do that. Excuse me. I haven't been coughing a lot today, so that really is saying a throat chakra thing here. You got to clear your throat chakra and make the choice to surrender your will to the divine. The sacred truth of the throat chakra. All right, help me focus on love. I don't know how. And it may not be about this person. It might end up there. It might start there. But it says to each and every person in your life. So it does feel like if you can get that, you're not just trying to get what you want here. You are serving humanity through a quantum entanglement soulmate contract that, as you shift, is going to bless and help heal. Well, your other soulmate contracts, that's maybe not so obvious. Friends, family, whoever, whatever. But the planet as well, then like fine. Now you don't have to ignore red flags. Oh no. The gods never ask you to be foolish in that sense, but to focus on love. Look at the good attributes in each and every person in your life, because I think you're going to get this person is doing the best that they can. They've got the Virgin archetype, right? The Devil on the inner, the King of Wands on the outer, the Aries card. Love who you are. Like, this could easily be somebody struggling with coming out of some kind of closet. You are a divine and wonderful person, deserving all of the wonderful things that life has to offer. Love who you are. So that is what is going to free them from those chains of pain, the chains of illusion. I'm just going to say it. The chains of tribal codependence, that if I break away from the lemmings, I'm not going to jump off the cliff with the rest of them, and then what will I do? You're going to be free. You're going to be you. You're going to be authentic. You're going to be clear, and you're going to heal. Wow. Okay, now here's the one that makes me laugh. State of the contract read. You got the Pioneer in the 8th, Earthquake on the inner, Page of Cups on the outer. Physical touch is important. Oh, I sense a stuff touching. Physical touch is important. For some of us, nothing is more important than a tender touch. This might include a pat on the back or giving a hug to someone who needs it. So look, there is physical contact coming. I don't know when. I will quote Steve's Love Tarot. I'm not a Tom Lord. I love him. I would love to know what he looks like. All we see is hands. I will never give you magic to do hand readings. I will have other readers on my channel eventually doing that, but not me. So physical touch is important. I feel like that shifts this energy of the Five of Pentacles to you're just like, you're shook. You're shook to create something that's never been done before. In other words, so there is no map here. There is no predecessor, right? Well, every soul contract is unique unto itself, but don't forget the foundational premise, truth, upon which the contract is based. You're helping each other heal, whether you know each other or not. But it feels like, well, and that could totally be. This could be if you haven't met this person yet, that it's coming, and you know, get the shot in the arm. I did. Johnson & Johnson, thank you very much. Just the one. No, just the one, please. I don't like being penetrated on the top. Let's keep going. The healing mantra deck from aforementioned spiritual teacher and YouTube channel owner, Matt Kahn, Voices of the Higher Selves. Now, you're going to get 3 mantras here, healing mantras, one for you, one for them, and one for the contract, and you can do all 3. You can actually make all 3 of them into one, and maybe they'll remind me to show you that. Please take a nice deep breath. I love these I love soulmate reads. Please, my Ascended Masters of Soulmate Contract Law, 3 cards in clarity. What are the perfect healing mantras in and for this Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign? Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract. Timeless whenever they're supposed to watch it. We need one for the Aries with the Messiah in the 8th chakra, High Priestess on the inner, Ace of Swords on the outer, and focus on love. Look for the good attributes in each and every person in their life. I won't look, because they don't all have the same backing. For this Virgin... you can't drive, that's harsh. For this, their soulmate partner with the Virgin in the 8th, Oppression on the inner, King of Wands on the outer, who need to love who they are. They are a divine and wonderful person, deserving all the wonderful things that life has to offer, and that's true for every child of the divine, which is all of us. What's their perfect healing mantra? Please, Ascended Masters of Soulmate Contract Law and State of the Contract itself. Pioneer in the 8th, 5 of Pentacles, Earthquake on the inner, Page of Cups on the outer, and physical touch is important. It feels like that's going to be the trigger point. I wonder if one of them is doing trigger point therapy or knows trigger point work. Possible. That doesn't come out of my mouth that often. What's the healing mantra overall for this happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, blah, 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 blah? Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, let's take our time with this, because breathe. Okay, so the Messiah, serve with humility, serve humanity with humility, allow yourself to be used as a vessel of the divine, particularly in terms of giving and receiving, Ace of Swords kind of truth, focusing on love so that you can be expressing free will. My choices determine how brightly I shine. We'll come back to that. What do they got? They've got the Virgin, right? And Oppression, the Aries energy, King of Wands outside, love who they are. They deserve, like everybody else, the very best this world has to offer, so they need to be inviting in ecstasy. I am worthy of all the pleasure my heart desires. There's a self-worth issue here. There's a self-worth issue here. I'm debating whether or not to read from the bookie book, because it makes things so much longer, and if I'm going to read from the bookie book, I want it to be for that Blessed Bee deck, the last card down. Because what we have is, this is a soul contract, soulmate contract read. State of the contract, the Pioneer, the 5 of Pentacles, Page of Cups. Physical touch is important. Exploring unity, consciousness. I am one eternal light, appearing as all. This is totally about bringing heaven and earth together. It's a long story. Let's not go there at the moment. Pick your language if you don't like that, right? The manifestation of the Elysian fields, the Isle of the Blessed, whatever you want to call it. Oh my God. I mean, this is about unity consciousness, exploring unity consciousness. I am one eternal light, appearing as all. That's not, you complete me. That's saying we're all one. This is a very high vibe thing, and it doesn't shock me with the Messiah, with the High Priestess there. So here's what I mean about putting them all together. If we just did this left to right, my choices determine how brightly I shine. I am one eternal light, appearing as all. I am worthy of all the pleasure my heart desires. Oh, honey, write that in eyeliner on your bathroom mirror, right? It's not an affirmation, it's a mantra, a very, very different process there. Because these are the truths that the soul already knows. And these are the mantras that will help you unlock things within yourself and through unity consciousness, I'm going to say, in them as well, right? The quantum entanglement of a soulmate contract. Wow. Not bad out of the gate. First reading of the series. I'm happy with this. Guess what? We ain't done. Because why not? Why not? The Lover's Oracle. Is this Tony Carmine Salerno? I think it is. Probably is. He does a lot for Blue Angel Publishing. Love his work. And I've seen these on other channels. Otherwise, I think like the only other cards I've really seen other readers use is maybe occasionally the Whispers of Love. And occasionally maybe the Mythic Tarot. I've seen maybe one or two using the Carolyn Mace archetype cards, but no one uses Daughters of the Moon. And I think maybe I've seen one reader using the Matt Kahn Healing Mantra deck. So let's get up in this. This is the pantheons of lovers. This is like all. So if you think of all them different pantheons of angels and archangels and gods and goddesses and all of that, and the guides and all of that. About this kind of stuff. Breathe. All right, let's get 3 of these, please. My Pantheons of Lovers. 3 cards in clarity for this Aries collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Sun, watching this video, receiving this reading. In this happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract, please. We'll do these pictures side down because I'm not familiar with them. Yeah, okay, one for the Aries. One for the partner. Well, that was 2. Just one, please. It's getting really humid in here. It's only humid of flesh and blood I made. Yep, picture side up. Oh, that looks like someone's definitely getting stuff touched. And state of the contract, please. What's going on here? Because these will sometimes spill the tea across the dining room table. Here we go. Again, you're the Messiah, High Priestess on the inner, Ace of Swords on the outer. Choosing love, focusing on love, expressing free will. Your choices determine how brightly you shine with playfulness. It is the Aries energy, right? Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. So look, if you have not met yet, if you have no idea who this person is, it doesn't matter. This is about you serving all of humanity and having fun with it. Lovely. For your partner here, the Virgin archetype in the 8th, right? Devil on the inner, King of Wands on the outer. Love who you are. Inviting ecstasy. Their heart's worthy of all the pleasure. I am worthy of all the pleasure my heart's desire. With sexual union, honor the place in one another, where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. I mean, it's here. This is sexual. This is a very strong attraction, but that sexual union, what I love about this card, it's honor the place in one another, where you are one eternal soul, which is what? Part of unity consciousness. I am one eternal light, right? Eternal soul, eternal light, appearing as all. I mean, when the two of you come together, I get the earthquake part of it. This is supposed to scare you both. It's never been really done like this before. Even if you've been with this person in so many lifetimes you lost count. And how can I remember all of them without doing anything else in the outside world, right? It's a lot to remember. And more than a night to remember. KNIGHT. This is really something that has never been done in our experience as souls on planet Earth. Although, from an 8th chakra perspective, 8th dimensional perspective. So what's this one about? Balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges, and ain't it the truth? Look, I feel like when you guys meet, there are going to probably be some conflicts, probably because you get shook, and if you do already know each other, and I think for a good, I think the percentage here, if I'm reading this right, is 75% of you know each other. You have probably danced before, and the energy was too intense. And shit started to shake out. And it's not that something really went wrong. It's that the healing had to take place. And you are still helping each other heal, even if you are not in contact. But with that physical touch is important. Sexual union, playfulness, and balance. This is going to balance itself out. Don't ask me when. I don't know. You want to know? Book me. Links in the description box, right? Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Drop me a DM because I've been saying it just so people know. My Gmail is so clotted with spam that, and even like bots that are going to my website and leaving stuff there. I have to sort through all that, so it's just easier. We can do Zoom. if you want to record on your end. If not, I can record it on mine and send you the link. Or Facebook video call is the best, and I don't really use Skype that much anymore, but I have it. All right, last card down, and I'm saving the booky bookness for this. The mystical Celtic blessing cards to enrich and empower, called Blessed Be by Lucy Cavendish. She's got the best name ever. Just move those up there, because we just need one of those. What is the blessing, right, that the pantheons of all gods and goddesses bestow upon this read and this contract? Please take a nice deep breath. Oh, no, oh, no, oh, yes, it's like, oh, not oh, no, oh, this feels lovely, please, oh, my lower back just relaxed, oh, yeah, stuff is getting touched somewhere soon. God, I'm Saturn and Aries. Yeah, it's probably not me, unless one of this is me and one of them is an Aries. Very probable. Please, my collective gods and goddesses of all pantheons, what is the blessing you would bestow on this happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract for this Aries collective sun, moon, rising, Venus? I'm watching this video, receiving this reading. In this timeless read, whenever they catch it, don't you want to know what it is? A blessing on your intuition. High Priestess. Yeah. Card number 8. A blessing on your intuition. Now, by the way, look at her. Ooh. Oh. There's so much going on in these cards, it would take forever for me to explain it to you. I mean, there are spirals and whatnot. But look at her. She is kicked back. This is almost like the Empress and the High Priestess as one, holding a crystal ball with an owl next to her. Looks a little bit like a marmoset, but it's not. It is an owl, just the way that it's placed, right? A blessing on your intuition. And I feel like this is predominantly for you, Aries, right? Because with that devil in their heart, their third eye crown, their creative intuition might be a little blocked. So, and that's okay. This definitely feels like here's the divine feminine, here's the divine masculine, like no question. All right. Card number 8, and yeah, I will need the magnifying glass just for the first little part of it. Please breathe, because I'm wearing my cords. I'm actually going to try and channel you this blessing. Give me the words. Please take a nice deep breath. Yeah, wings out. Here we go. Card number 8, a blessing on your intuition. A blessing to create a trusting relationship with your own inner guidance. In this world, many will seek to guide you. They will hold a torch aloft and show you a road that they will promise you has a destination that is heavenly or healing or a home for the spirit in which you will be loved, in which you will finally belong. May this blessing light the torch of your own inner guide, who alone knows the truth of your soul. May you begin to sense out what is best for you without pride or vain public deliberating. May you just simply connect with a light within, and from that light shine out, and with that light the glowing radiance of your own intuition, the guide of your own spirit. May the road you take be softly illuminated. My choices determine how brightly I shine. May you trust when it takes place, but not force it on another. May your own intuition grow in its light until it glows bright when needed, and softens when you feel ready to walk steadily into the direction of your own soul. May you trust that you are becoming who you were born to be and never who another would make you. May this intuition not be shaken by mistakes, earthquake, or misinterpretations, but may you open up the senses you were so gifted with by the Spirit that guides us all. And may your own inner wisdom that will be expressed through that innate gift of intuition be given room to blossom. Ace of Swords. May you be taught well but not attached to teachers of the intuitive gifts, like YouTube readers. May you be guided, but never against your own intuitive will. And may you come to understand that the price of walking this way of truth to the self may sometimes be high, but never as high as the giving up of will and spirit and guidance to others. This dude, do that. Let yourself be open to the messages from within first, and then allow the world to speak to you through the filter of your most pure intuitive gift. Blessed be. I don't think this needs an extended anyway. This is pretty crystal clear for a general read, right? Aries, you got the Messiah. Listen to your intuition. The truth, you're either speaking it or it's coming to you. Hopefully it matches all of that, right? For you to focus on love, even if you're not expressing that outright, and even if you do, just say, hey, look, I'm here to love everybody. Oh, I say that to people a lot. I didn't incarnate for you. I incarnated for everybody. Thank you very much. The more loving I am, the quicker this goes. Expressing free will with playfulness, your choices determining how brightly you shine. They are dealing that virgin archetype, some symbolic purity that they are keeping close, but it's really hard for them to incarnate through the fears, the chains of pain, the oppression, the tribal dictate, however that plays itself out. But you are in their energy field, unless this is the Aries that I am talking to here. That you need to love who you are. You're a wonderful divine being. You're worthy of this. Of course you are. And by inviting ecstasy, you're worthy of all the pleasure your heart desires, including that sexual union. If this person is in another relationship, the sex ain't great, or maybe non-existent, or they're single. So there's a thing there. Like, this could very easily be someone who is coming out of the closet in some way, shape, or form, and the sexual part is part of it. I don't know how that plays out for everybody, obviously, in a general read. But the state of the contract, we're going to read this in reverse, right? The balance, this is coming into a balance. Love is not always about agreeing for the sake of it. So there's been some tension here. Get some tension, tamer tea, Miss Coco Peru. Because physical touch is important, because it's going to trigger this unity consciousness, which both of you can start exploring now. One eternal light appearing is all. As this message, this opportunity of love, there's going to be a meeting. It's got to be soon. Why would it be in the center lane here, right? It's just going to shake it up. Rico Kasich. To create something that's never been done before. And what? A blessing be upon the intuition for all of this here. Oh, let me just put it in the prayer. Please take a nice deep breath. As I call upon my collective pantheons, may the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need in this happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract, that they may serve humanity with humility here, maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit with a passion for doing and creating what has never been done before, focusing on love, loving who they are, because a physical touch here is important, so that they can be playful in their sexual union with balance, and a blessing upon their intuition to be true to who they are, to their gut, to their grace, to their guidance, regardless of what anybody else says about this soulmate contract. What they think is so much less important than the anchoring of unity consciousness on this planet in a time where it needs it. Truly, truly so. That they may be open doorways, that they may be gateways for the full anchoring of heaven on earth, fifth dimensional unity consciousness on planet Earth, for the well-being of each other, for the well-being of the contract, and honestly, obviously, for the well-being of all of life on planet Earth. Some would be. So it is. Yay! Good read. Not easy, but good. Yay, I get to do that again this reads. I love that music. I will never get tired of it. What a really, really, really clear contract here. But if you want to go deeper, like I said, find me on Facebook, Messenger, Instagram, Twitter, all those deets are in the description box, and certainly there was a lot of words of grace, right? There was a lot of things that triggered memories of what's going on in my book, and I didn't say all of them. So for $9.99 USD, less than a pack of cigarettes. If you want to check it out, check it out. And certainly, if you like the video, please thumbs up so other people can see it. Even if you didn't, thumbs up, although you stayed this long, so something kept you here. Comment, what is this about? And subscribe if you want more of me, because I don't think I'm stopping until the gods tell me to stop, and they may never. Reading cards since I'm 12 years old. I'm 52. What are they going to have me doing it next? On the holodeck, right? Otherwise, wishing you all the very best. That's a Star Trek reference. That just triggered somebody. Thank you so much for watching, my beloved Aries. Farewell, and blessed be.